Have you ever felt like your mind is working against you? Those intrusive thoughts that pop up out of nowhere. They're unsettling, even disturbing at times. And the harder you try to push them away, the more persistent they seem to get. It's like telling yourself not to think about a pink elephant, and suddenly, it's all you can think about. Fighting intrusive thoughts can feel like a never-ending battle, but the good news is you don't have to fight to take back control. In today's video, we're going to uncover why battling intrusive thoughts actually makes them stronger and explore helpful techniques to help you stop fighting and start accepting them. So let's dive in. Hey there, my name is Daniela and I'm a licensed professional counselor. Let's start with a truth that might surprise you. Fighting intrusive thoughts doesn't make them go away. In fact, it often makes them worse. Think about the pink elephant scenario. The moment someone tells you not to think about it, it's all you can focus on. Why? Because your brain latches on to what you're trying to suppress, believing it must be important. Intrusive thoughts work the same way. When you tell yourself, I shouldn't be having this thought, or I don't want to think about this, your brain sees this struggle as a signal that this thought is dangerous or significant, reinforcing its grip on you. This is called thought suppression rebound effect. The more you suppress, the stronger and more frequent the thought becomes. So if telling yourself not to think about something doesn't work, what does? Here's the truth. Thoughts are like clouds. They're temporary and pass on their own if you let them. The problem arises when you resist them, clinging to the cloud instead of letting it drift by. The solution lies in a new approach, one that is rooted in acceptance. The first step is to acknowledge the thought without judgment. I want you to know this. Having intrusive thoughts doesn't mean anything about who you are. Thoughts are just mental noise, not facts, not reflections of your character. For instance, if the thought pops up, what if I mess up at work? Try saying to yourself, this is just an intrusive thought about work. Or what if I say something wrong? Practice recognizing this as just an intrusive thought. By labeling the thought for what it is, you're creating some distance between you and your thoughts, and it's what we call thought diffusion. It's like saying, I see you, but I'm not engaging with you. This practice helps take the power away from the thought, reframing it as just a fleeting mental event, not an accurate representation of reality or something you need to act on or fear. Plus, this will help you build confidence in your ability to figure things out as they happen. I know it's hard, but know that everything is figure-outable. There are several common thinking styles that we tend to engage in that cause anxiety and depression, and understanding them can help you label them more accurately and recognize them for what they are, helping you create this distance between you and your thoughts. I explained them in greater detail in this video over here, so make sure to check it out next. The link is also in the description. Now, speaking of detaching or distancing ourselves from our thoughts, the next technique is mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts as they come and go without getting pulled into their story. Imagine each thought as a cloud drifting across the sky or a car passing by on the road. You don't need to chase it or stop it. You just notice it and let it move along. This visualization helps you detach from your thought, seeing it as a passing mental event rather than a defining part of you. Instead of saying, I'm having a horrible thought, say, I'm noticing a thought. That small shift makes the thought feel less personal and less overwhelming. Before I go into technique number 3, please smash that like button for me if you're learning something new. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet for more content on mental health and personal growth. Okay, technique number 3 is radical acceptance. This means fully acknowledging that intrusive thoughts are just a part of the human experience. Instead of resisting or trying to control them, you allow them to be there without reacting. For example, if the thought arises, what if I make a terrible mistake? You might say, That is an uncomfortable thought, but it doesn't require my attention right now. Acceptance doesn't mean liking or agreeing with the thought. It means understanding that it's just a thought and letting it exist without judgment. When you stop resisting, you break the cycle of fear and reinforcement. Over time, the thought loses its power and fades naturally. Here's why acceptance is so powerful. Intrusive thoughts thrive on resistance. When you acknowledge, detach, and accept them, you're rewiring your brain to see these thoughts as harmless. This practice trains your mind to focus less on the thoughts, reducing their frequency and intensity over time. Remember, thoughts are not facts. They're fleeting and they don't define you. Learning to accept intrusive thoughts isn't easy. It's certainly a process that takes practice and patience, but the freedom and peace you'll find are well worth it. And this is just the beginning. Intrusive thoughts often go hand in hand with anxiety, so addressing the underlying triggers is essential. In this video, we'll dive deeper into 5 strategies to ease the anxiety that fuels these thoughts. So click here to watch it, and I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.